Welcome to the indices, and here we're looking at the S&P 500 on the daily chart, and we can see here that the market's moving back lower towards the 1800. So we really got to call this this corrective pattern in through here. The only hope for sort of further upside here is looking at this here as an impulse wave to the upside here, and looking at a 61.8 retracement level, which comes in at the 1800 here, and a move up from there. Besides that, this is the type of correction that we're looking at. We're looking at well, simple A, B, and C across the 1800 before we see a move up. So yeah, looking at it like this here, we can look at it in terms of 5 waves down for an A wave or wave 1. The bias is probably towards the wave 1 here. We'll see how we go with that. As I just mentioned, the 61.8 retracement level is at 1800 here. So, we'd see a bounce off there anyway. In fact, all of the movement through here would be quite slow, really, because of group 1 there as such. Yeah, so just drilling in here a little bit. So we're looking for 5 waves down. We're looking for an A and a B and a C back up into the, the 50-60% sort of retracement area there into group 2, and then a sell-off through there. So this particular move down through here is developing into 5 waves, obviously making new lows here. It goes straight into the oversold basket, so also the support into group 1 here as well. So it's likely to see a bounce off this area here in terms of 3 waves here, moving back to the 50, the 50-60% retracement level of this move down through here. But let's just drill in and have a look at that a little bit closer. So right, so they were looking for this yesterday, back up into this area through here. The move down here, obviously we can see that there's a 1 and 2 in here. This is like a 3rd wave in here, and a 4th and a 5th. So this still looks corrective to me here. So either off the 1830, let's just have a little. I mean, this is pretty much the max that can come back up anyway in terms of a bounce if you're holding short through here. It's, well, up to here, but more like the 1850 here. In most cases, working with the levels, the bounce off the 1830 normally goes back to the 1840, and rarely it does, but back to the 1850. Try and sort of see the 1830 here as a ball bouncing in a way. So the market's moved down through here, it bounces back, then it bounces down, and it's getting these lower highs here. So as soon as you got a couple of those in, you know that it will be dropping further to the downside from that point. But it's going to also get bouncy through the 1820 and the 1810 here as well. Yeah, and the same with the Dow Jones as well. We're looking for that to retrace back into the 16,470 sort of area where it is here, and this obviously retesting of the 16.5, the medium level, and also looking for a 5-wave structure down. So there can be another little move here as such before we see the A, the B, and the C, which the 61.8 retracement level will be pretty close to the 16.3 there before we see further downside there. And the same with the DAX as well, just on the 2-hour chart here. We had a nice 5 waves down here, so we were looking for an A and a B and a C, and then further downside we've got that here. So once again, it's also coming into 9.3 here as well, so we can expect this to move down further in the next session here, and then look for a bounce, basically a ball bouncing here as such on here, and then dropping to the downside here. Let me just have a bit of a look in here further. So far, this is where we were looking at the DAX yesterday, looking for a retracement back. But we can see here that we've actually got only 3 waves down here, this one here and this one here. So 1, 2. So we've still got we've still got a fourth and a fifth wave to go through to here to get this down through to here, and the FTSE will be the same as well. So the FTSE bounced back a bit more than we expected, and it also looks sort of impulsive. And I also need to point out too that this does appear to be a five-wave structure up here. Well, it can be counted as a five-wave structure, and the move that we have down here is in three waves. So unless this market takes out this low here or creates five waves to the downside, because we've got the 1 and the 2 into here, and this can be the 30, but this could also be this could be five waves up here, and then an A, B, C here, and then moving up from that point there. So we need to be mindful of that. But as it stands, we'd be looking for, if we can breach this low here, then we know that we'll confirm that we'll be moving even further down. And in that case, we would be looking for a move down into 6.5, and then an A and a B and a C retesting 6.6 at max, and then working down lower through here. The Australian market, because of the sharp sell-off here, I've had to adjust the wave count here to the best fit, and the best fit I can see, I'm keeping it a positive wave count because of CBA, the banks, and ANZ has made a new high above a previous long-term high. So we need to stay with the positive market here, and the best count I can come up for this is simply this one here, in terms of up for one here, still the A, the B, and the C wave here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the third wave. Fourth wave a bit small, but it's there, and then the fifth wave to here. Then we're looking for an A and a B and a C wave here, pulling back down to the 50-60% sort of area. So that's what we're sort of looking for here. We need to count 5 waves down through to here, and then we'll be looking for a bounce back, anywhere from really 40 to 60%, depending on what's sort of going on. There's some figures coming out of China today at 12:30, so keep an eye on those. There's lots of support at 5,400, as you know, and also into Group 1 there's a lot of support as well. That said, I was sort of looking at the wave count like this. I can't get a real clean grip on it as such, but this is sort of how I see it. So a little sort of rally within in here, not going very far, and then move in. I mean, it's all priced in. The cash will drop, of course, but this is already priced in. But still working lower through here in terms of these wave counts here. So this area here starts to become the 50% retracement level, the 61.8 retracement level here. So it's important, but there's a lot of support in this whole area here, as you know. And this wave count I've got from trying to break down the 1 and 2 minute charts here, but it's not that clear. I've just counted this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, where did I get this one from? That's interesting. Sorry about that, but it's always good to go back over these things. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still works out pretty much the same anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third. So yeah, look, a little rally here, and then moving further down through here, and obviously there's going to be orders sitting at 54 there, but another bounce back up, but failing to find support on 54.30 before we see sort of further downside here. But just watch out for the timing on at 12:30 for some figures coming out of China. All right, cheers.